Golden State Warriors owner Joe Lacob said that the other owners in the NBA are hating on him. They mad at him for signing coveted free agent Kevin Durant. And he said he could really tell that this past summer when he was in Las Vegas and he came within contact of other NBA owners, and he could sense the friction between him and the other owners, and he issued up some sort of half-hearted apology recently, saying something like, sorry we signed him, but we worked hard to get him, or something like that. And I'm like this, if I were the other owners, other, teams and players, I just come at these motherfuckers every day. Every time we get a chance to play these guys, I look at the calendar. I mean, not to say that they don't play hard in every other game, but you look at that calendar and you see when you play the Warriors, and just go at these dudes, man, because I still feel that they took all to collectively with all the moves, they've dropped a bit. Because can anybody really tell me that they think that the Warriors are going to win 74 games or more? No, they're not. It's just a bunch of, because usually these things don't work as well as people think that they don't usually work as well as people think they do when you have all these scores and they got to share one basketball. Doesn't usually work. Yeah, they beat the hell out of the Clippers, but they also lost a preseason game too, I think, or two. I don't know. But preseason doesn't really matter. It's regular season that counts. And I can tell you right now, they're not going to win 70 games. I know that. They're not going to win 70 games. They might win at most 65 games. They might. They might go 65-17, but they're going to lose some games that they should win. Whether they win a championship or not, I don't know. But they're not a super team. And I've seen this in the past, so-called super teams. That 2004 Laker team that lost to the Pistons. There have been other teams with, so-called 3 or more superstars in the past. I mean, it doesn't usually always work. It doesn't. I mean, it doesn't usually work. And one thing that really irritates me is that I remember back in, 2010? I think it was 2010. About 2011. I remember when Chris Paul was supposed to go to the Lakers, and the NBA rescinded that trade, saying it was unfair to the league. But they see this trade and everything's all good. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's fucked up, man. But I look at this team and they're going to be able to score the basketball, but I don't see the same defense overall with this team. I don't see the same team. I'm telling you, man, a lot of times from watching the Warriors, I got to get a good look at them this playoffs, past postseason. I got a really good look at them. And it's their bench that drive that team. When their bench is playing well, oh my goodness. They're unbeatable. And Harrison Barnes and Maurice Spites and Leandro Barboza, when all those guys are going, my goodness, they're a monster. And they had Bogut down low. Great passing big man. Great, who's great at setting screens, which allowed Stephen Curry to be wide open a lot of times like that. Great passing big man. Could score here or there. Good rebounder. They've lost him. So I'm telling you, man, this team is not where everybody thinks it's going to be, man. They're going to win at best 65 games, and they've taken a notch below. I stand by that. Now, I did call them the NWO Warriors because they're trying to load up and be a super team, and they want to try to take over the league. But the NWO ultimately faltered too, didn't they? Too much of a good thing. And I'm going to be honest with you, man. I don't usually... I mean, I'm biased to an extent. I give my opinions, but I don't dislike Kevin Durant. But I think what he did was a really bitch move. And I am openly rooting for him to lose. I am, because I don't like the fact that he went to try to get an easy fucking championship. And that's what it is, man. I mean, all this talk about, I get to have easy shots and easy layups. And what the fuck, man? What is that shit, man? I mean, yeah, everybody wants help. Yeah, when Kobe was going through his struggles in the mid-2000s, yes, he did threaten to be traded. I understand that when you have no help. I understand Jordan used to complain when he had no help. I understand, there have been many players who, after a while they get tired of losing. But, dude, you were on a team that was one win away from the NBA Finals. I don't know. I think that's unprecedented for a guy to do what he did. And some people say it's not a championship team. They beat a 67-win Spurs team. Statistically, the best team in Spurs history. They beat them. And beat them kind of handily the last few games of their series. And we're one win away from beating a 73-win team. If they didn't totally get out of the style of play they were playing because they were more athletic, they were going to beat them, man. But they beat themselves. And look, Stephen A. Smith, I don't like him, okay, but he ain't the first person to suggest that Kevin Durant threw some of them games on purpose. I did a fucking video that damn near went viral for a couple of days, talking about how I thought the NBA was rigged because something was wrong with that game, man. Game 6, I don't give a fuck what nobody said. Something was wrong with Game 6 of the Western Conference Finals, the way Kevin Durant was playing. Now, Westbrook, he plays like Westbrook, but really it was Durant. I smelt the rat then, and I still think he fucking possibly threw that fucking game. Fuck that guy, man.